Let's get this ball rolling, shall we? Shall we? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me, do you like it? Yeah. All right. All right. Let's get this party started in here. Trucker Wally. I am Janice. Well, hello, Miss Janice, and how are you today? Totem's here. Ray. How's it going there, Mr. Ray? Black Acre Esquire. That's an interesting name. Black Esquire. Nathan, how's it going? Your outfitter. Interesting. Big Cat's back. How's it going there, Mr. Big Cat? Mecca. Plumbing. Flacco. Flacco's here. Thoughts on BNED? Really? BNED? All right, that was quick. Not even a hi. Hello, how you doing? Thoughts on BNED? BNED. Barnes and Noble. Really? Barnes and Noble? Nobody does books anymore. Check it out. It's a monthly. 54 cents. Are you kidding me? Barnes and Noble, it's 54 cents? That's crazy. Concrete Killer. Joe's here. Joe Schmo. What's your name? Joe Schmo. Gimpy Hip 713. Well, alrighty then. RUCW. Okay, interesting. John Lewis. Tim Howe's Forex. Tim Ho Forex. Oh, I have no idea, Tim. What were you thinking with that name? Okay, we got a couple people over here on YouTube. Nobody over here on Facebook yet. I don't know, what is Facebook? Instagram, I can't really tell who's there. Spectre. Lena, how's it going, Lena? Karen Whitington, 26. Well, how you doing, Miss Carrington? Moist Markets. Alrighty. Rocky the Realtor, back again. Now, some of these people I can't say hi to because some of these names are just weird. Zach, Ken, how you guys doing? Look at this, 198 people. Let's rock and roll. Let's get this thing moving. Okay, for those of you that are new here, if you didn't know, I buy dividend stocks and I sell covered calls against them. Specifically, dividend stocks that have increased their dividends for more than 20 consecutive years. What does that mean? Well, it means year after year after year after year, they increase their dividends consistently every single year. Why is it that's the only one I'm concentrating on? Why is it the only one I'm concentrating on? BTC, WBA tanked today, really? BTC, please be the end of the week. Okay, Mohammed, I have no idea what that means. Big Cat, hello James, learning a lot through your YouTube recording. Cool. It's mainly leaps. Yeah, no, sorry Colin, it's not mainly leaps. Okay, I buy the covered calls. Okay, I buy a stock, I sell an option against it. It's called a covered call, one of the safest strategies there are. Do you invest in commodities? No, I don't anymore. I used to many, many years ago, and then it was just too much effort. Sorry, Bobby, Zim is a no. Mikey G, how's it going? Yes, but don't you collect the dividend with 100 shares? Yes. Pounds money. How's it going again? Back again. Now, see, some of these people I recognize, they keep coming back. Some of them are new. Pounds money been here for a while. Colin Brayshaw, I collect a dividend with 100 shares. Yeah, but what does that have to do with commodities? You know? Hey, Reggie Bo Jackson's here. Hello, amigo. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está este señor? All right, so let's jump in, see what's cooking for today. What did we look at today? Today, some VFC, some Schlumberg, some Coal, Intel, Alibaba, Paramount, CBS, Halliburton, Newmont, Starbucks. Ooh, these are some good ones that we can go over today. Papa Breeze 41. How's it going there, Papa Breeze? All right, so as I was saying before we get started, holy shit, we got 79. We're at 200 a couple minutes ago. What the hell went on? Oh, I know it was. Reggie Jackson showed up. Ah, we're out here. All right, Secretary. At some point tonight, we need to speak about WBA. Stocks go up, stocks go down, but not down for 20 years. Good point. Up 6% in CBS after the crash, paying 5% great buy. Cool beans. Let's take a look at WBA. Apparently, we have an issue. 46. All right, I'm going to reboot. 46 is just not going to cut it. All right, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. WBA. Okay, Colin. So when you write your covered calls, what is the purpose? Why find the dividend stocks? Well, Colin, good thing that you asked. Some comments have been live. The obvious collected dividends. Not quite true, Colin. 15? Really? This is worse than it was before. Invite another host to go live together. Ooh, that would be nice. I don't know another host at the moment. Well, let's see if we can get the numbers up a little bit. Don't forget to like, comment, share, all the kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. We're going to go over Walgreens. We're going to go over some Walgreens because we had a couple of questions about that. I'm about ready to bail on WBA to use my funds elsewhere. More likes can attract more viewers. 37, you gotta be kidding me. Seriously? These numbers are horrible. I haven't seen 37 in almost, well, since January. Alright, so let's take a look at what we're looking at. Who cares if it's going down? You are writing WBA. I don't know what you mean by you're writing for WBA. Colin, can you clarify that? That's a little bit vague to me. What do you mean by I'm writing for WBA? Selling. Okay. Wrong. Okay. Writing covered calls. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So, Secretariat, what did you buy WBA at? What did you buy Walgreens at? That way I can have a better idea what we're looking at. Because I don't think I have any Walgreens. I think I got rid of mine. Eventually, you can't draw from a stone. True. I'm going to agree with you there. All right. Well, let's take a look at what we're looking at. All right. The last trade was 1668. We're getting 1674, 1678. Well, right there should tell you that the market maker is going to push it up tomorrow. What is he pushing it up to? I really don't know. Nearly 20. Holy cow. Yeah, we haven't seen 20 since April. Okay, last time we've seen 20 was back here in April. End of March, beginning of April. Okay, so have you been writing a covered call on hits it every week? I've managed my calls perfectly and cost down near mid-1850s. Okay. 1850s, that's not a whole heck of a lot. All right, well, let's take a look at a few things. All right, first off, you see what the market maker is doing right here? The last trade was 1668, the bid 1674, the ask 1678. Both the bid and the ask are both higher than the last trade. Okay, so more than likely tomorrow morning the market maker is going to push that price up. Okay, that's usually an indicator that the market maker is pushing it up tomorrow morning. All right, now
All right, the last 3 months, that last 90 days. 90 days ago, 22.50. She drops down. Today is the bottom of the day. Now, does anybody know why it dropped today? Did they have earnings or something? Is there any reason why Walgreens would drop so low today? Anybody know that? Hey, Matt, why is that indicator that the market will push it up? Oh, well, anytime you see the last price, okay, the last price is the last trade of the day today. That's the last trade. That number will go down in history. What is the last trade of the day on May 21st, 2024? You can look at this, and that number will be there from now until eternity, until they don't really care about the stock market anymore. No reason. Okay, yep, something. When do you need to sell my stocks? When do I need to sell my stocks? Will everything be crashing soon? All right, Jerry, I honestly can't answer that question for you. Okay, just because the market goes down doesn't mean that the companies are going bankrupt. I mean, look what happened here. Walgreens. It went from 18 bucks down to 16.68. Okay, does that mean as soon as the stock goes down, people start walking out of the stores and say, all right, stock's down, we're leaving? It doesn't work that way. People go to work. That's all they do. This is nothing more than with the market maker manipulating the numbers. Okay, people are panicking. Why are they panicking? Does anybody know why it dropped? So to answer your question, Matt, anytime the bid and the ask are higher than the last price, the market maker is pushing it up. And the same thing is the opposite. If the bid and the ask are lower than the last traded price, the market maker is pushing it down. Just a little clue. Today is WBA's dividend date. Wasn't it yesterday? The EX date was yesterday. Okay, I got Yahoo Finance pulled up right here. The EX date for Walgreens was yesterday. So stocks always go down the day after the EX date. All right, so in the 1980s, we're at 54 cents. Now, I'm sure this is price adjusted for what do you call those, splits and whatnot. 54 cents in the 1980s. 1990s, we're up to $2, almost $3. 95, we're up to 5.5. That's when she starts making her jump. By year 2000, okay, every 5 years, goes from 50 cents to $2, $3. Now we're at 26 bucks by year 2000. 2005, we're at 40. 2010, we're back to 37. 2015, we're up to 71. She peaked out at 95 bucks. That's the peak. 2015, that was 9 years ago, was the peak for Walgreens. Now, Walgreens has been going down ever since. That's the high. Down to 60, back up to 86, down to 48, back up to 60, down to 32, back up to 55, down to 32, back up to 40. Now she's down at 18. Okay. Nope, she's down to 1668. Now this chart here, now for those who don't know, this screen here is live on YouTube. What's the PE? RCW better than nothing. Okay. Gotta be low. Alright, really you want to look at the PE ratio? What the hell you want to look at that for? Alright. Alright, we got our dividend is $1, 5.16%. Volume 24 million shares. Check a look at that. The average volume is 11 million shares. Today it was at 24 million. That's twice as much. Okay? Twice as much volume today as it was yesterday. Why? Just because they paid their dividend? Say the dividend, May 20th. That's yesterday. They get an estimated one-year target of 22.14. Estimated one-year target 22.14. So why would you want to bail now? The 52-week range, 16.50 to 32. I'm not seeing anything that would make me want to bail. All right, some recent news. Walgreens launches own brand of opioid overdose reversal drug. Okay. Thinks as market gains, what you should know. Doesn't give you much to go on. Brand's Nexalone available online in stores this month. I have no idea what that means. Facts known before betting. Why still plenty of room to run. Blah blah. Walgreens Boots Alliance outperforms broader market. What you need to know. I'm not seeing anything that's in the news that is hugely detrimental to Walgreens. Walgreens is a nothing burger. Hellraiser, how are you doing? Nice to see you back again. I'm not really seeing the issue. Okay, now for those naysayers who don't like Walgreens, need I remind you that Walgreens is over 100 years old? They consistently increase their dividends all the time. Sometimes you need to know when to fold them. Plenty of other solid opportunities. Yeah, I believe you, Secretariat. I do. Gross profits. Total revenue. Well, it's up. Cost of revenue. Yep, that's up also. Gross profits. 28, 28, 27, 26. Ooh, went down a little bit in the profit. Operating expenses, check it out. 24, 27, 34 last year, but only 28 this year. So they actually cutting down on their expenses. Operating income, okay, that's going the wrong direction. Pre-tax income, okay, that's not good. Earnings, earning equity, basics, earnings per share. What the hell went that wrong there? They're at $3 a share 3 years ago, then $5 a share, -3, -7. What the hell's going on there? Total operating expenses, net interest income, EBT. What the hell happened there? EBITDA. Reconciled cost of revenue. Reconciled depreciation. Net income. Total tax calculation credits. Tax effect of unusual items. All right. All right, let's get out of there. So I guess it's a toss-up. You really have to figure out what do you... Holy shit, down to 37. What the hell? I must be doing something wrong. Rolled my calls down 17 today to try to get out Friday. Had finger on sell button 3 times today. Definitely as a side thing, it can generate good cash flow in addition to a few other single stocks. You could benefit greatly from trading like this, right? Every few days, switch the stock, generate some more. That's exactly right there, Matthew. Paris still works, yes it does. After 100 years, they may be going into the toilet. You never know, they're Hellraiser. Very well could be. Wow. Do we have to reboot again? I've never been down to 36. Let's try it one more time. All right. $36. That's just crazy. Blame Jacob.
Yep, I think I'll blame Jacob.
All right. Yeah, standing in front. Let me get way the hell over here.
All right, I don't want to stand in front of the computer anymore. Okay. All right, I'm not gonna bounce up again. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. All right, so
Let's just take a look. WBA. Okay, so she dropped down today to 1668.
are you gonna bail, or do you think it's gonna be buyouts? You never know. It could be a buyout in the works. Okay, so that's Walgreens. Walgreens does not look good today. But you know what? Walgreens wasn't on my list for this week. Sorry, Walgreens wasn't on the list for this week. Is that a TV or a monitor? That's a TV. That's a big TV. But I'm using it as a monitor. All right, so let's take a look at
Intel, IMTC.
Now, I did buy some Intel this week. I bought it yesterday. Nice. Okay. I did buy some Intel this week. Check out the price. $31.78. The 32s go for $30. Just a smidge below 1%. Yes, but it was weeks ago. No big deal. We move on. Welcome back. Yeah. 85 is better than 30. I haven't seen, an audience of 30 in quite a while. Okay. I like to keep it above 100. Other than that, it's just not worth a while. All right, so Intel, 31.78. The 32s going for 30 cents. Not quite your 1%, but pretty close. Now, I did buy some Intel on Monday. Okay, and I believe
Not in this account. Right there. Okay, so I jumped in at 32.23. 32.23, so the 32.62 cents. That's just a smidge under 2%. Okay, so I did buy some Intel on Monday. Okay, the last 30 days, take a look. Let's take a look. Okay, so the last 30 days, we got a high way up over here. Okay, she comes down. What is that? The 8th.
okay, the 8th.
Of May is the bottom. Okay, right around 29. Now from there she shoots on up, and here's where we're sitting right now, 31.74. So you ask yourself, am I closer to the 30-day bottom? Am I closer to the 30-day high? Look at this big gap right here. That big gap is going to fill eventually. You see that big gap over there? There's that big gap. That's going to fill. So from the 30-day bottom to the 30-day high, a lot of space. So we're here. We have a lot of space to go up. Not very much space to go down, and it hasn't seen below 30 in quite a while. Intel gonna pop. Just when is the question? Go on. I go down at 12.50 for Para. Probably should have got 12. Hey, Tea with Murray, how you doing? All right, well let's take a look at Paramount next. Okay, so I like Intel. I do. That's probably why I bought some the other day. Paramount, I do own some of that also. EARA. Okay, 12.19s. The 12s are going for 28. You take 19 cents off of that. Oh, shit. 9 would be 19. No, that's not quite. That's barely 1%. But then again, let's take a look at the chart. We have our high of the year, okay, 1750. Our bottom of the year, a 10.25. Okay, that was in April. Last 90 days. Okay, here's our 90-day bottom. We have a double bottom. Back in the beginning of March, $10.20, and again in the beginning of April, April 10th. Now, our 90-day high Our 90-day high, 1454, right here on the 3rd, which was 2 weeks ago. All right, 2 weeks ago. Here's our last 30 days. Okay, here's our 30-day bottom right here on the 30th. 3 days later, we have our high at 1452. Then she drops down. Look at the triple bottom. We have a triple bottom right now. Okay, so you got triple bottom right here on the 14th, 1191, the 20th, 1192, and then 1191 again today. So triple bottom right here. Where do you think she's going to go next? Here's your top. Here's your triple bottom. Most likely, now this is not guaranteed. Hey, old dog. Glad to see you're analyzing Intel. I had just asked about it the other night when you had to leave early. Sorry, John. Okay, I'm trying to get comfortable with this damn brace. It's not the easiest thing in the world. By Kraken. I have no idea what Kraken is, Clay. Old dog. Hey, James. Good call on Intel. I bought two. All right, cool. John G. So what good looks good about Intel these days? All right, we're getting there. Hey, James. I'm going to this strategy with 10% portfolio. Does this make any sense? Well, Seth, I have no idea what 10% of your portfolio is, but it's your money. You do what you feel is best. Because I have no idea what your risk factors are. I have no idea what your goals and plans are. I don't know. I don't even know if you're retired or you're still working. But it is what it is. Thoughts about Zom? Never even heard. Cracked as a coin. That's a big fat no. ZOM. I've never heard of ZOM. So why would I do ZOM if I've never heard of it? All right, so let's go back to Paramount. Paramount 1219, 12s again, and then the 1250s. Not quite 1%, but pretty close to it. But look at your chart. You have your 30-day bottom way over here. Okay? 30-day bottom was on the 30th of April. The high of the 30-day period was on the 3rd of May. From there, she drops, pulls back, drops, pulls back, drops right here. A triple bottom right there. That's what you call support. That baby's going to turn and go back to the upside. But I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm telling you that's what the numbers look like. By looking at the chart, that's what it looks like it's going to do. Does that mean that's what it's going to? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It means this one 30-day bottom, okay, one 30-day top. That's all there is. Okay, coming off of a 30-day top, you have a triple bottom here. 1, 2, 3, same number. Last 2 weeks, just one point lower. Next week, the premiums are good too. Cool. Can't see. Hellraiser. Hellraiser. This chart right here that you're looking at is live on YouTube. You can open up your computer or you can go to your big screen TV, okay, live on YouTube, and you can see these numbers a lot easier. All right, let's take a look at the seasonality to find out what this thing normally does this time of year. So normally this time of year, seasonality, okay, the blue line represents this year, okay? The red line represents 10 years worth of data. That means 10 charts on top of 2014, 2015, 2016, 17, so on and so forth. What do they make? What does Paramount make? Paramount makes pictures, movies. You ever heard of Paramount? Okay, so here's where we are right now, the end of May. Look, that's a little bit of an upturn right there. From here to here. Okay, here's where we are right now on the 21st. Okay, that's an upward trend. That's historical performance. That's what has it done last year, the year before, the year before, the year before, all averaged out. At this point in the year, it has a tendency to go up. All right. All right,
So I like that one. O-Y, oi. Okay, Hellraiser, what you want to look at O-Y? Never heard of it.
What are you just saying? Oh, yeah. Oh, why could mean, oh, yeah. Invesco. No such thing as OY.
I guess you weren't saying O-Y. All right, so we looked at Intel, we looked at Kohl's. Did we look at Kohl's? I don't think we looked at Kohl's.
Kohl's. Here's Kohl's. 26.66. 25.99, 25.55, 26.66 to 26.26 and a half. Yeah.
That this doesn't look good at the moment. Excuse me for 1 second. Yo! What am I thinking? About what? I'm in the middle of a podcast at the moment. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, it is about tuna fish. Sorry about that. My son has a whole bunch of people over there. They're playing board games or whatnot. And calls me on this. I'm like, I'm kind of busy. DKNG. DKNG. What's the name of the software you use? What does it cost? All right, this doesn't cost anything. This is Thinkorswim, offered by Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab bought out TD Ameritrade and bought out Thinkorswim years ago. Let's hear James go. You got to give me something to complain about. DKNG.
DKNG. DraftKings. Really? Come on.
Is DraftKings 20 years old? Have they increased their dividends for 20 consecutive years? Do you really gonna make me go back to Yahoo Finance to find that?
DKNG. DKNG. Historical performance. Okay, so we want to find out how many dividends has DraftKings paid.
Oh my goodness. DraftKings, no dividends at all. Why would I jump into a company that doesn't share their profits? Spend time with him, it doesn't last forever. What doesn't last forever? Kersey, Craig, thoughts on BFC, even though they cut, oh no, Craig, they cut what? All right, so Ted, DraftKings.
Seriously, Ted. Don't get me wrong, Ted. I tried.
I don't ever tell people what to buy. Really, I don't. Okay?
But you're looking to put your money into DraftKings. The 43.42, the 43.50 is going 58 cents.
Yeah, you're getting 1%. But what happens when stocks go down? When the stocks go down, you're getting nothing. They don't pay a dividend. Why? Because
look at it. She goes up, she came down, up, 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 down.
that's all it does.
Okay, granted, a year ago she's at 24. The high was 49.
Okay, yeah, fine.
The high was 49, but now she's at
43.38. So, on a company like this that goes up and goes down, and you don't get a dividend, you don't get a portion of the profits, why are you investing it in the first place?
I mean, how much did she go up? From 24 to 44.
That's only $20. Okay, so she doubled. Cool. Do you think she's going to do that again next year? And I might add,
52 weeks in the year.
okay,
Yeah, so you bought it at 24 last year, and now it's worth 44.
so you made $20. Almost double. All right, let's hear James going on a rant. Thoughts on VFC? VFC.
$12.44. Okay, one thing I don't like about this, right off the top. Now, Matt, you mentioned something a little while ago. 1246 was the last trade. 1221, 1244. Both the bid and the ask are lower than the last traded price. So what does that mean? The market thinks will push this baby down tomorrow. Okay, 1244, the 1250 is going for 80 cents a share. 80 cents a share. I actually did buy some VFC in a different trading platform under a different trading strategy. Because I have a bunch of different trading strategies, but this is the only one I share here for free. I do share some things for free. This is one of them. It's simple, it's easy, it's predictable. You can get about 1% per week, which comes to about 50% per year. I share this one for free. This is my stepping stone. This is what you start out with. If you can understand this and get 50% per year, then maybe you might be able to get invited to go to a different trading strategy that gets more money per year. Okay, for this one, entry level, simple stuff. Okay, VFC, do I like the corporation? Okay, well, let's take a look at the numbers. First off, the high of the year. Let's try this side for a second. See, get this arm exercised here. Okay, here's a high right here, a little over 21. I'm not going to do that. Okay, a little over 21. That was back in August. Then she drops down to the beginning of November, down to 13, shoots back up to 20.75, drops back down. And here's the bottom of the year in mid-April. Mid-April is the bottom of the year. Hellraiser, totally Jewish like OMG, okay. Cyber security company backed by Microsoft. Okay, Intel work just buying outright for one. Hellraiser, I day trade this. You day trade VFC? Cool beans. Let's zoom into VFC for a second. Okay, so we have our high, 2025, our bottom, 1191. All right, the last 3 months. Okay, our high, 1650, our bottom, what is that? 11 something. 1192 on the 16th. That was a couple of weeks ago. Basically going sideways for the past couple of days. All right, here's the last 30 days. Okay, here's your high. That was last week. We got our low right here. Our bottom is on the, looks like May 1st. Yep, May 1st. Now, I like VFC, I do. Now, I bought some on Monday, right about here, but now she's down to here. So I might, personally, I might double down on this one. What does that mean? Well, dollar cost averaging. Because she did drop today. Okay, she actually gapped down today and dropped. But today's an update. I look for one more update before jumping on in. 1244, the 1250 is going for 80 cents. That's freaking insane. Okay, T. Oh wow, I missed all these questions. Need to buy WBA so you can make 25 cents a share per quarter while it screws you. Ooh. RCW. So, RCW, you're new here because that's a name that stands out. Number one, I don't do anything quarterly, okay? I do it on a weekly basis. If I was going to buy Walgreens, okay, WBA, let's pull it up again. Okay, if I was to buy Walgreens at 16.78, okay, the 17s are going for 13 cents, just a little bit under 1%. Let's find out exactly what it is. 16.78, that's 18 cents, 18.36. All right. I would do the 16.50s, which is 35 cents. I take my 35 cents, subtract that 18 cents off of that. Or is that 28 cents? 28 cents? Holy shit, that wouldn't be worth it then. Yeah. Subtract 0.28. Yeah, the numbers aren't going to work on this at all. Yeah, that ain't going to work. 13 cents, that's not even 1%. Okay, so hypothetically, let's get rid of that one. The 17s are going for 13 cents. Divide that by 1678. Okay, so that comes a grand total of 0.75%. So you make 0.75%, a little bit over 0.75%. Multiply that by 52 weeks of the year. If you do it every week, that's still 40% for the year. Okay, now I think 40% for the year, RCW. You need to buy a WBA so you can make 25 cents a share per quarter while it screws you. My math is a little bit different than yours, because apparently, if I'm buying it at 1678 and selling a covered call every single week, my goal is 1% per week, which WBA usually gives me, but this week it's only giving me 0.75%. So let's take a look at next week's. What's next week's look like? Next week, 1650 is going for 48, and a 17 is going for 26. All right, so at 26, it's a 1.5. Okay, it's still 0.75% per week. All right, so 0.75% is 40% per year. Now, I have no problem whatsoever buying Walgreens if they're going to give me 40% per year return on my money. Now, Walgreens has been in business for over 100 years. There's a Walgreens in every major city in the United States. Yeah, she's at a 1668. Well, they just paid their dividend yesterday. Stocks always go down after the dividend is paid. And look at the volume. Let's go over here and take a look at the volume spike. All right. So your average daily volume on Walgreens is like 7 million shares. That's the average volume. Apparently, today, that was 25 million shares. That's a huge difference. All right, so. Okay, so see if you follow me on the math of this for a second. 1674, 1678. That's a 4-cent difference. Either I'm way over invested in Siri, or I'm about to do well. Tony does what? Tony, I haven't heard from you in a while, dude. What time you're back? Tony does what? All right, anyway, so take a look at this. 1674 by 1678. The difference between the bid and the ask is 4 cents. 4 cents. That's not a lot of money. However, 25 million shares traded today. So you have 25 million shares multiplied by 0.04, that's 4 cents. Okay, so the market maker made $1 million today. The market maker made $1 million. And what does he do? Well, he buys and sells the stock. That's all he does. That's his job, to make sure there's someone to buy and someone to sell consistently all the time. Yield works good. Yeah, hold on, I'll tell you in a minute. Not that simple. I like to buy my stocks and trade. There's more control. All right, Hellraiser. All right, so anyway, that's Walgreens. Estee Lauder. EL. 132.99 to 133. Check that out. 132.99. Okay, that's what I can buy for tomorrow morning. The 133 is going for $1.45. That's over 1%. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for good quality companies. We all know who Estee Lauder is. Okay, we grew up with that name on TV, Estee Lauder. All right, so I know who Estee Lauder is. So let's take a look at the chart and see what the chart says. SYYPPG. All right, big cat. Take a look at that. I miss it. Right there. You did not just say cool beans. I don't know, cool beans. I say it all the time. All right, Estee Lauder, 132.99. Okay, the 133 is going for $1.45. All right, let's see what the chart says. Because the chart's going to tell us a lot. A year ago, we had our high at 200 and whatever the hell that is. 204. And that was back in June of last year. Now, our bottom for the year was the end of October. Right here, that's the bottom for the year. Okay, the last 90 days. Okay, 90 days ago, we're at the 150 area. We topped out right around 160. We bottomed out right around 124. Let's look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now I'm going towards the downside. Okay, sorry, Estee Lauder's going towards the downside. Atlas opinion. I have no idea what Atlas opinion means. Sorry. Okay, so let's take a look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days. Okay, so you have your 30-day high 30 days ago. Okay, a week later, she gaps down. Check that out. She goes sideways for a bit, right at 146, and she drops all the way down to 124. From 146 to 124. Look at this gap. That gap is going to fill eventually. It didn't do it last week. Okay, she drops up. Okay, she drops from a 30-day bottom. Okay, right there on the 1st of May. Up 2 days, pulls back. Up, what is that, 7 days, pulls back. Right here, we're looking for one more update before I jump in. Okay, one more update. Get an update today. Tomorrow will be another good update. And at 133, I'm bringing in over 1%. That's what I'm looking for. Is this thing going to be above 133 on Friday afternoon? If not, do I mind owning Estee Lauder at 133? That's the question you got to ask yourself. You got 5 simple rules. Never buy something you do not want to hold long term, because you just might have to. And that's what buying stocks for in the first place was. Buy a good, decent company and hold on to it. Okay, so if you buy a good, decent company and hold on to it, you sell a covered call against it, you get 1%, fine, get out. If you don't get your 1%, well, you want to buy the stock anyway. Okay, but just keep writing covered calls on it every week. And you get a little bit of money every single week. Not just the dividend once every 90 days. You get a premium every single week. That's why I like weeklies. So if I buy it at 133, she drops down to 130, okay, maybe I won't get 1% next week if she drops down. But I get 1% this week. Next week's a whole new ballgame. By looking at the chart, she looks like she's going to come down a little bit, or she's going to turn and go up. I wait for one more update. So tomorrow is going to be like a decision day with Estee Lauder. If she opens up tomorrow, okay, and starts moving up, that's an indicator to jump in for me. Okay, for me. You guys have to figure out what your own is. But when a stock comes off of a 30-day high, creates a new 30-day bottom, goes up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back, I wait for the second update in a row before jumping in. But that's just me. That was a good one. Atlas. Take a look at Atlas. The fact that the premiums are so low also indicates no confidence in their upside. Well, Estee Lauder, the premiums are nice. Look at them. 133. It's got 145. The 134 is going for $1. The 135s are going for 65. The 136 is going for 45. And granted, it's not 1% all the way down the line, but remember the cow analogy I gave you? Buy a cow, she gives you a gallon of milk the first couple of weeks, then all of a sudden she starts giving you a half a gallon, and then a quart. You don't get rid of it, you just keep on it, and then just eventually it'll turn around. Okay, so never buy something you don't want to buy long term. If you like Estee Lauder, and you don't mind owning Estee Lauder for a long term, that may be different for you. The longest I've ever held anything was 9 months. And I didn't buy it to hold it for 9 months, it just happened to work that way. I didn't lose any money on it. Okay? Now my goal is the 1% per week. Stay predictable and consistent. 1% per week. Alright, so I even took pain medicine today to see if I can work the shoulder out. But it's only been a week, so I say if you're 60s, you know, recover is quick.
You got EL also. VFC is a luxury textile brand on a downturn. Stay away. Where's VFC? What's the Walgreens symbol? WBA.
Let's see why this isn't like the VFC. VFC. Last 90 days. Last 30 days.
All right. So, Hellraiser, let's take a look at VFC for the last 30 days.
All right, 30 days ago, we're at 1260. Okay, we opened up at 1272. Okay, she hit a high at 1340, dropped down, have our 30-day bottom at 1207 or 1206 on the 1st of May. Now from there, she shoots up 3 days, pulls back 3 days, shoots up 6 days, pulls back 6 days. So here's where we are right now. Okay, we have our 30-day high, okay, which was last Tuesday.
That was a week ago, Tuesday.
That was a 30-day high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 days to the bottom.
We're here. Here's our new bottom. Not quite a 30-day bottom, which is over here, but still a bottom. I would wait till tomorrow to see if it's going to be another green day tomorrow. It's time to swing back up again. Because it's coming off of a 30-day high. It's going to either make a new 30-day bottom, or it's going to be just above the 30-day bottom and move back to the upside. That's my opinion on VFC. And at 1244, the 1250s, look at that. That is freaking crazy. Okay, 1244, right? If I bought it tomorrow morning, 1244, I can sell the 1250s for 80 cents. I want to see what kind of a number that is. That's nuts. .8 divide 1244. All right, so you may not like VFC, okay, but VFC came up on our list because they have a dividend coming up in a couple of weeks. At 1244, okay, sell up to 1250. That's over 4% for a week, but you gotta like it, okay? It's at 1246 now. Okay, where's it going next? Is it going down? Is it going up? We have one update. I like to have 2-day updates in a row. So if tomorrow's update, yeah, I would think about jumping in and getting some of that premium. Because right now that premium is 6.4%. 6.4%. Oh, that's not good. Buy or sell. I buy the stock, I sell the option. RITM. Really? RITM? I never heard of RITM. RITM. No. Monthly. Why do I say no to monthlies automatically? Well, there's only 12 months in a year. It means I can write a covered call 12 times, collect 12 checks. So I get 4 dividends and 12 checks. Okay, that might sound nice to some people, but I would prefer 4 dividends and 52 checks. That's what I do, weeklies only. I don't do monthlies. So sorry about that one. You said that one, Jose. Sorry about that. Ramal's. Is that right? Ramal's. Talk about Maine, JEPI, and JEPQ. No, no, and no. Okay? Maine, MAIN. Monthly. Now. JEPI. Monthly. No. What was the last one? JEPQ. JEPQ. Monthly. No. Okay, I don't do monthlies because you can only do it 12 times a year. Okay, so let me ask you a question, Ramones. Would you prefer 12 checks or would you prefer 52 checks? Okay, if I'm doing stocks that give me an average of 1% per week, that's over 50% per year. Okay, I would prefer 1% 52 times a year rather than whatever they're giving me on monthly. I can only do it 12 times. Can you please check out RBRK?
The IPO was only a month ago, target price 48, and funded by Microsoft. All right. Eklundar. That right, Eklundar? Number one, if it's a new IPO, that's a 100% guarantee. 100% guarantee it's a no. Do you know why it's a no? Well, a brand new company doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. Okay? RBRK is just
going to be a waste of our time. RBRK.
Monthly. No. Simple. I don't do monthlies because it doesn't. That's my opinion. Okay, my opinion is
it's a $35 stock. Okay, I could buy it at $36.10. Okay, at $36.10, I would be tempted to sell the $37.50 strike price, get $1.90.
Okay, so I'm getting $1.90. Let's do some math. Do what that is.
$1.90, and the purchase price is $36.10. $36.10. Divide that out. Oh,
check that out.
5.26%. Okay, fine. But at 5.26%,
30. I gotta hold it for 4 weeks.
And it's still just about 1%
per week. But here's the thing.
At this moment in time, okay, at this moment in time, it's at 35.38. Your 30-day high over here, okay, your 30-day bottom is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row, all have the exact same number at 32 to the bottom. Sideways, dips a little bit, comes back up, hits 37.50, and then pulls back. Well, it's pulling back. So here's a question for you. You like it? Fine. Tell me, where's it going to be in 30 days? How the hell can you figure out by looking at this, where's it going to be in 30 days? Okay, so if I buy it at the current market price at $36.10, okay, if I buy it at $36.10 and I sell the 37.50s, yeah, okay, but I'm getting a nice premium, yeah, but they don't have dividends. Why would I invest in a company that doesn't pay dividends, number one? And number two, it's a monthly. Yeah, so it's giving me a nice premium, 5% premium. But where's the stock going to be in 4 weeks? Because I got to wait 31 days. Now, 31 days is not quite 4 weeks. 4 weeks would be 28 days. So that's 5 weeks. So at 5%, it's only 1% per week. But now I have to figure out where the hell is the stock going to be in the next 5 weeks. Okay, I have a difficult time trying to figure out what's going to be in 4 or 5 days. You want me to figure out where it's going to be in 5 weeks? Sorry, it doesn't work for me. I usually never do monthlies, never, because the numbers usually don't work. I don't want to hold on to it for 5 weeks, because I could be using that money to get 1% from somewhere else. Go on, it's the market made $1 million on that. Yes, he did. FL. What the heck is FL? Foot Locker. Ooh, Foot Locker. All right, so first thing I want to look at Foot Locker, 23.17. The 23s are going for 48 cents, which is over 1%. Okay, that makes me happy camper. Let's take a look at the numbers. We got our high right here. Okay, high is 35.69. That was the end of February, and the bottom was the end of August at 15.15. Okay, the last 3 months. Last 3 months, we have our high right here, 35.50. Big, huge drop. Look at that. From 34, dropped all the way down to 22. That's a 30% drop. Okay? 30% drop from 34 down to 22. Drop some more. Back up. drops again, makes our bottom of the year, or bottom of the 90-day period on the 1st of May at 20.41. Okay, we're at 23.17. The 23 is going for 40. 23.5 is going for 20. Okay. So, last 30 days. All right, so here's our 30 days. 30 days ago, we're at 24.74. We bottomed out on the beginning of May. Okay, the beginning of May, 2047. 2047 is our bottom at the beginning of May. 2 weeks later, we have our 30-day high at 24.86. Okay, 24.86 was our 30-day high. She drops down, triple bottom right here. Check these numbers out right here. 21.81, 21.82, 21.79. Okay, so triple bottom right here. 2 days to the upside. Tomorrow, perfect time to jump in. But let's see what it normally does this year. Throughout the year, we'll take a look at the seasonality chart for that one. Okay, the blue line represents this year. Okay, this year's movement. Peaked up, dropped down, peaked up, dropped down, made our bottom at the beginning of May. All right, looks like she is just coming out of a drop. Right there. Okay, so for the next week or so, she should be going about sideways. That's if you like Foot Locker. Okay, do you like Foot Locker? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Do I like Foot Locker? Am I willing to own it at $23.17? That's the question. $23.17, is that a good price for Foot Locker? Never buy something you don't understand and you don't want to own for a long period of time, because you just might have to. That's not the goal here. The goal is not to find something to hold on to for a long period of time. That's not what I want. I want to save predictable, consistent 1% per week. How do I find that? Well, I look at decent companies. Do I like Foot Locker? Yeah, I like Foot Locker. If I buy Foot Locker now, $23.17, and I sell someone right to buy it from at $17, I'm making over 1% for a week. Now, the question is it going to stay above 23 by Friday? Well, look where we are. 23 is almost right here. We're at 22.91. Okay, the high for the 30 days is almost at 25. The bottom is down here at 20. We're almost smack dab in the middle. Okay, and she's trending to the upside. Okay, she had a little bit of a pullback. 2 days to the upside. Okay, it's going to go up until it gets to a point where there's going to be profit taking. Is there enough place for profit taking here at 22.91? Not really, because you have a triple bottom right here at 21.60. Was that what that was? 21.79. Okay, so you have a triple bottom, 21.79, and right now she's at 22.91. That's not a huge uptick. Okay, so there is going to be some, in my humble opinion, it looks like she's going to go up a little bit. How far does she have to go up? Well, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, she's 3 days. Okay, can I get a 1% between tomorrow morning, which is Wednesday, Friday afternoon? Will it stay above 23? Well, it's at 23.17 now. So if she stays right where it is and doesn't do a damn thing, I'm still making my 1% and I'll be back into cash on Monday, which is what I want to do. Buy it first thing tomorrow morning. If I buy it first thing tomorrow morning, sell somebody the covered call at 23, I'm getting over my 1%. And it's Foot Locker. It's not as if I don't know what they do. Okay, it's not an obscure company I've never heard of. The question is, do I like it enough to own it for a long period of time? If I have to. That's the question. Okay, never buy something you don't want to own long term. Never sell at a loss. Make sure it has 20 years or more of increased dividends, weekly options, and then make sure the numbers work. What do I mean by make sure the numbers work? Well, what can I buy it for? What can I sell it for? And what are the charts? What are the charts telling me? Right now, the chart is telling me she went up, she bottomed out here, the 1st of May. Beautiful escalation from the 30-day bottom to the 30-day top. See, at the 30-day top, that was pullback, Got a triple bottom here. Now we're going to the upside. That's what it's telling me. Okay, is that guaranteed? No, it's not guaranteed. It always comes to that same question. Does Foot Locker make sense to me? That's a question you need to ask yourself. Does Foot Locker make sense to me? I can't tell you what to buy. Only you can do that. Either it makes sense or it doesn't. How do the numbers work? Well, they don't. Roger, IPOs are risky. Thanks for telling me that. Missed a bunch of questions. All right, PDD earnings. Why are we looking at PDD? Nike worked, but the numbers are close. Well, let's take a look at Nike. NKE, Nike. Didn't we take a look at Nike yesterday or this morning? Gallant, you tricky little bastard, you. Okay, 92.88. 92.88, the 93s are going for no. But let's take a look at next week's. Okay, if you really like Nike, the 93s are going for $1.23. Okay, so that's over 1%, but you got 3 days this week and you got 7 days next week. Okay, so we got, what, 10 days? Okay, so finding a good trade on Wednesday gets a little challenging because you're already out 2 days. Okay, Monday and Tuesday's premium's already gone. Okay, so what we're doing is selling time decay. Okay, so if I buy on Monday morning, first thing Monday morning, when the market opens at 9:30. Okay, and last trade of the week is Friday at 4 p.m. That's the most amount of time that I have for this week. Now, Monday and Tuesday are already gone by, so those are already done and over with. All right, so Nike doesn't really work very well. Sorry, Gallant. Sorry, dude. PDD. Let's take a look at that one. I've never heard of them, so I don't know why we're looking at something I never heard of. PDD. PD Holdings. Okay, it's at 145, 146. Holy cow, check that out, 146.24. The 147s are going for $5.06. That's crazy. How much you want to bet they don't have any dividends? Let's take a look. For that, we have to go all the way to YouTube. Not YouTube, Yahoo. PDD. All right, check it out. PDD has no dividends in the selected time frame. It means they don't pay dividends. That's why the premium is so high. All right. So if you look at it, the 146.24, the 146s are going for $6.25. You subtract that 24 cents off there, you're getting $6. So $6 on a $140 stock. What is that? 4%? Claire. 601 divided by 146. Grand total of 4.1%. But you have no recourse. There's no dividends. Well, if there's no dividends, how do we know when the stock is going to move? Because the reason why I like dividend stocks, especially the blue chip dividend stocks, is because they're predictable. They're consistent. They do the same things year after year after year. This company, I have no idea whatsoever. Okay, I've never heard of them. Would I do it personally? No. Even though they're offering 4%, what's the fallback? Seriously, this is a good question. Okay? Let's take a look at the chart. Take a look at it. A year ago, they're at $60. Okay? A year ago, $60. Okay? Up, pullback, 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 up. Same thing. But look where she is now. Okay, we get that bottom right there at 110, and we're sitting at the 150 area. That is a very uncomfortable place to be. Check that escalation out. For the last 30 days, at 115, you're at the 150. From 115 to 150, it's a $45 increase. It's almost a 40% increase within a 30-day period. Okay,
Where's it going next?
Look at the amount of profit from 110 to 145. There's no big pullbacks. There's a little pullback here, but it's not that big. Not to substantiate the movement from 110 to 145.
That's a $35 move in a 30-day.
Is that 30 days?
Yeah, right about a 30-day period. $30 move in a 30-day period. That's a dollar a day move. Okay, well, they're not paying dividends. They're not sharing their profits. And I really don't care about capital appreciation. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for safe, consistent, and predictable 1%. Predictable, consistent 1%. Hey, Jose, you want to look at Temu? T-E-M-U?
T-E-M-U. Morgan Stanley.
Sorry, that doesn't even exist. T-E-M doesn't even exist. Sorry. No dividends. N-H-Y-D-Y.
Really? N-H-Y-D-Y. N-H-Y-D-Y. Norx Hydra. All right, they've been paying dividends since 1987.
But they pay a dividend once per year. Once per year.
Okay, so 2 cents, 3 cents, 4, 5, 2, 3, 5, 7, 5, yeah. That's 16, 9, 16, 13, 12, 2, 12, 13, 12, 15, 23, 15, 59, 15, 54, 24.
I'm sorry, Marie. There's no consistency to the increase on dividends.
They only pay once a year, number one. 22, they paid twice. They didn't pay anything in 2020. $13, $12, $11, $10. They didn't pay anything in 2009. All right.
However, okay, sorry about this, Marie, but
the numbers are crap.
$6.83. It has no options. Okay, so there's no way for me to generate any income other than collecting a dividend once per year.
Okay. And they have no options available at all.
Does me no good whatsoever. I'm sorry, kiddo. Don't believe in quitting. Don't believe in quitting. Center Road. Well, thank you very much for that. S. I have no idea what that means. All right, Jawad Noor. Tesla is a big fat no. They don't pay dividends. They don't share their profits. Okay, this is only for dividend-paying companies. Tesla is a no. G Pro.
GoPro? Is that what that one is? G Pro? GoPro. Yeah, GoPro's a no. GoPro's a no.
Monthly. What does that mean? That means I can only get a check 12 times a year. Okay, and the numbers never work out. And it's hard to figure out where a stock's going to be in a year. In 30 days. But other than that, at $1.57 per share, I seriously doubt they have 20 years of increased dividends. So G Pro is a no.
Especially where is it now? It's at
The low of the year.
Look at it. The high of the year was back in July. She drops down, pulls back, drops all the way down to 157.
I don't see it. Sorry. Okay. Malizi. Malizi? Really?
4 S's? I never heard of it.
Sorry. SSSS is a no. Again, monthlies, $4. I can guarantee that $4 they don't have 20 years of increased dividends. Sorry. I don't believe in quitting. Thank you for that. That's number. Send me a rose. That's so sweet of you. Okay. Tesla is rich but dangerous. Okay. SSS or capital, please. Yeah, Melissa, I just took a look at it. Big Cat. Cisco, really? SYY?
Now, Cisco,
Is a no. It's a monthly. Do my Vanna White thing like that? Whatever. CVE. Cool Cat. CVE.
well, let's take a look at CVE. CVE, $20.27. I can buy it at 22. The 22s are going for 0.
So exactly why is this a big deal?
Okay, topped out at 22, sitting at 20.27. Okay, well, the chart makes sense. Your 30-day high over here, bottoms out, comes back up, drops down, up to the upside. Yep, she's going to continue going up.
However,
At 22, I'm not collecting any premiums whatsoever.
that's going to be a no. Dollar cost averaging down, technically taking a loss. No, it's not. You're changing your pricing.
Okay, so if I bought one stock at $100 and I bought one stock at $50,
Okay, my average is 75. Do I lose anything? Well, I lose 25 for selling the $100 stock at 75, but I gain $25 for selling the $50 stock at 75. So they even themselves out. So dollar cost averaging, you're not losing any money. You only lose money when you sell for less than you paid for. Get whiff manga on Solana, drift manga to the moon. Oh, please. FSLEX. Really?
I've never heard of FLSEX. No, that ain't it.
That wasn't it. What was it? FS. Oh.
FSLEX.
Well, who gave me this lemon? Alright, this is where I pick on you. Was it Vam Saldez? Vam Saldez? This is where I pick on you? Long term, really? It's at 31 cents. Where do you see possibly this thing has 20 years of increased dividends? Really? Why would I buy this? 36.39.
It looks like
Snowflakes. There's no chart there whatsoever. It looks like Christmas snowflakes. That's gonna be a hell no. Hey James, do you have alright. User 554456669418. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's a no also. FSLEX, that's a no, dude. Look at it. That looks like crap. I don't know what you think. It looks like Christmas confetti. Little red and green dots. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no systematic. Please explain long hold on contracts. Hold on. Taylor, James, do you have multiple accounts? Yeah, I got 6 different accounts. Sean, CB, really? What is CB?
Oh, Chubb brand.
Do you know what Chubb is? Chubb used to be a dividend king. Do you know what that means? That means the company's over 100 years old, number one. They used to increase their dividends every single year for 5 decades or more. And then one time they cut their dividends. So they got tossed off the dividend kings list. Can you imagine that? 50 consecutive years of increasing dividends and all of a sudden you have to decrease the dividends? Yeah, but Chubb's a no. Sorry, dude. Monthly options, I don't do monthlies because they just don't pay the same as weeklies do. Please explain long hold on in contracts. Wrong one. Pardon, pal, sorry. Um, explain long hold. Oh, long hold. Well, see if I can explain it this way. Long hold is anything longer than a week. Okay, some people might think long as being a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. That long means you're holding it for a long time. Short term is, a week, 2 weeks, 5 days, 2 days, 3 days. It's different for everyone. Okay? Contracts are basically when two people, okay, for a contract, it's four things you need to have for a contract. One is consideration. Money has to exchange hands. Time, okay, a beginning of a beginning date, ending date, and a meeting of the mind. So you have to have consideration, beginning date, ending date, and meeting of the minds. Meeting of the minds is an agreement. Okay, so if we are going to do AT&T, if I buy AT&T at $17.30, I sell a contract for someone to buy it from me at 17. It's going to give me 31 cents. Okay? The contract is someone's going to buy it from me anytime between when I sell the option, okay, and the option expires. So, as tomorrow morning, it would be the 22nd of May. From the 22nd of May, and if I do this contract here, it will be the 24th of May, which is this Friday. If I do the 31st of May, that will be next Friday. Okay, so a contract is a meeting of the minds. It means you have an agreement. I'm buying it at 7:30. You're going to buy it from me at 17. You're going to pay me 31 cents a share. That's the consideration. So you have the consideration, which is the money. You have a beginning date, an ending date, and then a meeting of the minds, what the agreement is. And you're going to buy it from me at $17 anytime between the time I sell it to you and I collect the money, the premium, and the time it expires. This one expires this Friday. This one expires next Friday. That one expires the Friday after, so on and so forth down the line. So a contract, beginning date, ending date, price, terms, all that kind of nice, deep, fun stuff. Okay, now this I'm sitting on one FCNA. FCNA. It's an index fund. Yeah, I don't do index funds, dude. They don't have weekly, well, some index funds do have weekly options, but they don't pay dividends on a monthly, on a quarterly basis. What one are we looking at? FCNCA? Really?
I had never even heard of that. FCNCA. Interesting.
Yeah, apparently you have me confused with someone else. If you think, two things. Number one, it's a monthly. That's a no. I don't do monthlies. I can only buy this and sell an option against it 12 times a year. That's going to be a no. Second thing, if you think I have enough money to buy 1,000 shares at $1,777, you got me confused with someone else. As much money as you think I have, I don't. I don't have enough to do 1,000 shares at
$1,700 a share. All right, and at 1,700, it's only paying 49.
Yeah, that's not even a quarter of a percent. Why the hell would I do that? There are too many other companies willing to give me 1% per week, and they range between prices of. I don't like to go below $5, and I don't like to go above 250. Okay, that's the area I like to stay in because that's what most people can stay in between, between $10, $5, and 250. That's my range. 1,777. No, that ain't gonna happen.
And take a look at the price. Okay, 1,800 a couple weeks ago. Now it's at 1,777.
Yeah, no.
Look at all that space.
For downturn. Yeah, no. BX.
BX. Is that back Blackstone? Okay, so Blackstone, 129. The 129 is going for 70 cents.
That's going to be a no. Terribly sorry. Barnes and Noble for long term. All right. Severe erase. Really, Barnes and Noble. We looked at Barnes and Noble a little bit earlier. The numbers look horrible. All right, Bro. Roth IRA. What should I invest in? I can't really tell you what to invest in. All I can do is look at what stocks you put in front of me, and I give you my opinion based on this trading strategy. Now, this trading strategy was created for my 9-year-old daughter back in '08. Okay, that was what, 15 years ago, 14 years ago, something like that. So, criteria we had to meet. It had to be simple. It had to be safe. It had to be predictable, consistent, and no way she could lose. She was 9 years old. I didn't want to hear her crying. 9-year-olds lose money, so you can stop to cry. I didn't want to hear it. Okay? So I had to come up with 5 rules. Rule number 1: never buy something you do not want to hold long term, because you just might have to. Okay? You don't understand it? Doesn't make sense to you? Don't buy it. Don't buy something you do not understand. Don't buy something you don't want to hold on to long term. Number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the whole purpose. Number 3, 20 years or more of increased dividends. Why? Couple of reasons. Reason number 1, stocks have a tendency to move up just before the dividend date is paid. Okay, so if the stock moves up just before the dividend, and I buy it just before the dividend, well, then the stock's going to move up. I'm going to make my 1%. I'm going to get out. Fine, dandy. Why else? When the stock comes down,
Take a look at this one. She went up, it came down. She went up, it came down. She went up, it came down. She went up, it came down.
that's all they do. They go up, they go down. Your best bet is when they come down and they find a new bottom, that's when you jump in. As they find the bottom and turn around.
They do it every single time. Goes up, comes down. Finds a point where the bottom is, 2 days to the upside, and then it keeps on going. Well, take a look. It did it here. 2 days to the upside, went up. Down. 2 days to the bottom, upside, went down.
Same thing. You take a look at any stock. Okay, this can only be one 30-day high. There can only be one 30-day bottom. So you got 30-day high, coming to 30-day bottom, 2 days to the upside. That's when I would jump in. I like signals that are like big flashing lights. All right, well, here's the 30-day bottom. Oh, wait a minute, this is higher, this is higher. Okay, that's time to jump in. Because that's what they do.
But BX Blackstone 129, the 129s are going for 70 cents.
That's not 1%. Sorry, it just doesn't work. Barnes and Noble was a no. We looked at that one already. Buffett bought CB. Well, that's awesome.
Buffett just went in on CB. Huh? What is he thinking? All right, 266s, 265s, that's 4. Okay, so that's about 2%. Okay. If I bought at 266 and I sold off to 265s, yeah, I'd lose a little bit, but then again, I'm getting 460. Okay, that'd give me over 1%.
However, I have to hold it for 5 weeks. Why don't I want to hold it for 5 weeks?
Well, because I have to divide that return that I'm getting. Okay, even though it's a little bit
around 2%, I got to divide that by 5. So 2% divided by 5 is 0.4% per week. Why the hell would I do that?
Okay, Warren might have a good idea for buying it, but look where it is. It's close to the high of the year.
Okay, Warren's buying it for a reason. I have no desire to follow everything that Warren does, because a lot of stuff I don't agree with him.
But
if you like Chubb, then you have it. FSLEX for shares long-term investment. Sorry, not dividend. Yeah, it's going to be a no, dude. Okay, FSLEX. Sorry, it's a no. Did we look at the Macy's? No, we didn't look at the Macy's. We looked at Macy's last night. We looked at Macy's this morning. But we didn't look at Macy's this evening. And Macy's is where I buy favorites.
What did Macy's do today? That's an interesting question. Holy shnikey.
Now, we talked about this yesterday, didn't we?
Okay, look at the big drop from yesterday. Okay, we don't know why we had a big drop yesterday in Macy's. I said, you have a big drop in Macy's like that, you're going to have a big jump today. Well, I did have a big jump. Now, I do have Macy's in four different accounts. Okay? I like Macy's. All right, sorry. They've been in business for over 100 years. They've increased their dividends consecutively every single year for more than 5 decades. That's not 5 years, 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 decades. They've increased their dividends consistently. They had a buyout offer at the beginning, a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago. They said, hell no. We'll buy back our own stocks at 24. Well, the stock's at 20 right now. If Macy's going to buy back at 24, why the hell wouldn't you want to buy Macy's? Okay? All right, so anyway, 1998, looking at the 20s, still more than 2%. If I bought it tomorrow morning, now I'm not going to buy more Macy's because I'm tapped out on Macy's. Okay, when I buy something, I have, I like to keep the numbers even. 20%, 20%, 20%. If I have 5 positions, 20% each. If I have 4 positions, it's 25% each. Now, considering I have 6 different accounts, they're all run differently because each account is striving for something else. Okay, so Macy's. Let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, so we already know we're getting more than 2% if we buy it tomorrow morning, sell somebody the rights to buy it from us. But basically, see, it's 1998. If I buy it tomorrow morning, 1999, and I sell somebody the right to buy it to me by Friday, anytime between I sell it and Friday afternoon when it expires, they're going to pay me 54 cents per share, and that's more than 2%. That's more than 2%, and it's Macy's. Everybody knows who Macy's. Almost everybody knows who Macy's is. I actually had somebody once say to me, "What's Macy's?" I said, "Are you kidding me? You don't have a girlfriend or wife, do you, dude?" He said, "No." Well, that's why you don't know who Macy's is. All right. Anyway, so our high of the year for Macy's is right here, 22.10. That was in March. The bottom looks like it was in October of last year. Okay, the last 90 days, right there. There you go. 90 days ago. Okay, on the 27th, 28th, we have our bottom, right, at 17.20, right over here. See that? Okay, you guys can't see me. Bottom's way over here in the end of February. That was the bottom. We got the high right here in the middle of March, 22.10, all over the place. Let's look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days. Okay, so take a look at the last 30 days. 30 days ago, we're at 18. Okay, she dropped down to, what is that? All right, 30 days ago, we opened up at 18.97. Our 30-day bottom was the May 1st at 18.02. Our top was, look, check it out, a double top. Okay, we had top last Tuesday. Okay, we had a top last Tuesday at 2010. And what did we have today? A top at 2011. So we now have a new 30-day top. So what the hell do you think is going to happen next? Well, look at the bottom. Okay, she opened up here at 1960. She drops all the way down, and then she shoots all the way back up to make a new 30-day high. It's Macy's. Okay? I get no problem holding on to Macy's. I have Macy's. And then I sold, I think, the 19s. Okay, I think I sold the 19s. Let's take a look at what does it normally do this time of year. Okay, well, here's the chart for Macy's right here. The blue line represents this year. The red line represents 10 years worth of data. Okay, so if we isolate this time frame that we're in right now for the next couple of weeks, okay, here we are now. Here's 1 week. Here's 2 weeks. Here's 3 weeks. Here's 4 weeks. That's definitely an upward trend. Definitely an upward trend. So why? The question is, why don't you have Macy's? She's over 100 years old. Okay, every New Year's, the Macy's New Year's Parade, the Macy's Easter Parade, the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, Macy's Christmas Parade, they have so many freaking Macy's Day parades.
It's like, how could you not know who Macy's is? Okay, over 100 years old, $20, giving me more than 2%. The next 3 days, hey, chill. Nice to have dogs around. Better than a dodge system. Okay, so that's Macy's. Hey, Jose, FCNC. We looked at that once. The lot, LGB, huh? Yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Hey, Dex, Wire News. What's going on, Dex? You have an active household going on. Actually, this is not my house. This is my son's house. You know, the funny thing is, my two sons and my two daughters, right? All four all gather around once a week and they play board games. I think it's freaking awesome. Okay, I'm invading their space, okay? So I'm in the front room, they're in the back room, and then they go, but it's okay. It is what it is. What would you look at? LUV.
All right. Southwest Airlines. LUV. All right.
Southwest Airlines, LUV. The target TGT May 31 premium is ridiculously high. Golf first. We'll take a look at that one.
Right here, Southwest Airlines, 28s. The 28s are going for 32. Just barely 1%.
Okay, just barely 1%.
Okay, 2805. The 28s are going for 32. Take the 5 cents off of there, so you're at 27 and a half, somewhere in that area. That's really cool. Glad you like it, Brass Monkey. Brass Monkey, that funky monkey.
Oh, how's that song go? PayPal, really? Gustavo Guzman, how are you?
All right, let's take a look at this first.
Okay, because I like the way the chart works.
Take a look at the chart. All right, a year ago, we're sitting at 29.59. The high of the year, 39.49. That was back in July. The bottom of the year. The bottom of the year was the beginning of November. Check it out. As the bottom. From there, she shoots on up to 34. Okay, it's the last 90 days. Check it out. The last 90 days. Here's our 90-day high right up here at 35. Big gap down. You know I love gaps. Why? Well, because gaps have a tendency to fill. That's going to fill. Okay, cool. Right now she's at 27. That gap's going to fill. But we have another gap right here. Okay, that gap's going to fill also. Look where it is. So at 27.97, the gap's at 29. Okay, so she's going to go to the upside. Okay, so last 30 days. Here we go. Last 30 days. 30 days ago, here we are, a 30-day high. Okay, right around $30. Now, from 29.50, she drops all the way down to 25.50. From 29.50 to 25.50. That's a $4 drop on a $25 stock. That's a big drop. Okay? Now, from the 30-day bottom, nice escalation to the high. There's a triple high right there. Okay, 28.34, 28.37, 28.34. 3 days in a row, right there. Sideways, here's where we're sitting right now.
So, here's the question. Here's a $64,000 question. Johnny, tell me what you want. Well,
where are we? Well, here's the bottom here. Here's the top here.
We're kind of like smack dab in the middle. So you really got to ask yourself,
do I like Southwest Airlines? Well, let's see, where does she normally go this time of year? All right, so
this time of year,
okay, the end of May, she's going to go towards the upside.
She's going to go towards the upside. That's historical performance. That's not a guarantee that that's what it's going to do. That's just telling us what did it do last year, the year before, the year before, the year before. On average, she has a tendency to go to the upside. Okay, great. So the question is, do I like Southwest Airlines? Yes, because I can. Excited from that. Yes, there is background noise. Life happens. Okay, my children, they're adult children. I'm invading their space, you know. So I'm down here trying to get my mother's estate in order, get a few other things in order before I go back to Massachusetts. Okay, I'm back in Massachusetts. I got to sit on a nice comfy couch and just put behind me. But here I got to stand. This is my son's broadcast room, which we're setting up. And it's not quite finished yet. We're just getting started on it. Broke my collarbone, so kind of like putting me back a couple of weeks. I haven't done anything for the whole week and a half. Done nothing. I sit in front of the TV and the recliner and then just sit there and watch TV all day long. Try not to move so this thing will heal properly. Hello, Mister. How does it feel to be retired and do what you wish? You know, it's kind of boring and lonely. To be totally honest with you. I'm 60 years old. I come down a week and a half ago. Very first time on the soccer field. Broke my collarbone. First time on the soccer field in 3 or 4 months. I'm in an over 60s league. What will your son broadcast on? He's doing Magic the Gathering, card games. His generation does. You have, you have relatives in Fall River. Cool. You look like Michael Burry. I heard that a couple of times. All right. So the question is, do I like Southwest Airlines? That's a question that only you can answer for yourself. Now, I did buy Southwest Airlines earlier during the year, and I probably would buy it 28. The 28's going for 1%. But all my money's already invested, so I had no space for it. So it would be a play for next week, depending on what the numbers look like next week. Because you're going to hear me say certain phrases over and over and over. One phrase is, it's all about the numbers. Okay? If the stock is on my list, now what do I mean by my list? PayPal or Google. Google's a no. That much I know. Let's look at Target. We'll look at Target. EGT Target 157. Ooh, nice. I like Target. Do you know why I like Target? Well, I like Target and then I get it. Let me tell you. Target is a no. Why is Target a no, Delance? All right, we haven't looked at the chart.
I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Look at May 31, 155 premium. May 31. The 155 premium. Okay. Well, what's so bad about it? Okay, the 157. It's at 155.78. Okay, the bid is lower. The ask is higher. Okay, at 157, the 157.50s is going for 480. All right, so I'm making more than 1% right there. I'm making more than 2% right there. So why would it be a no? Okay, the 157.50s is 515. Again, that's over 2%. So where do I live? Oh, the seasonality. All right, hold on. Take a look at that in a second. I don't really live anywhere. I'm a snowbird. I go to wherever the weather's nice.
Apparently I look like Charlie Day.
Okay, so wherever the weather's nice is where I go. Seasonality you want to look at. Well, let's take a look at the chart first. Okay, first of all, we're looking at the numbers. The numbers is over 2%. Okay, 2% for this week, which is only 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The 31st, it's over, again, it's over 2% also. So you think that the seasonality is going to give us a no. All right, well, let's take a look. A year ago, we're at 150. We bottomed out in October at, was that 104? 103. Okay, we bottomed out in October at 103. Okay, and we topped out at 182. All right, so we topped out at 182. What is the screen chart name? The screen chart name is Target. TGT. Target.
Oh,
All right?
hi.
Hi, you want to come in and say hi?
No, get the dog.
Okay.
That was Little Prince. Remember I told you I created this for my daughter? That was her. Okay,
Hold on.
still
No,
trading.
you deserve this.
Money doesn't seem to flow.
Oh, no, the word that
The
you used was a
EXT
but.
pass for TTT.
A
Okay,
but.
do you trade ICT concept? Why would I? I've never heard of them. I'll write them down. We'll take a look at them. ICT. ICT. Okay, so we're going to take a look at Target. All right, so Target, its last 30 days. Here's our 30-day high, 169. She drops, pulls back, drops, pulls back, drops, pulls back, drops, pulls back, drops. Okay, so we actually have a new 30-day bottom. Check it out. There's our 30-day high, 30 days ago, 169. The new 30-day bottom is 155. Now, this is an important part. What's going to happen tomorrow? Is tomorrow going to create a new bottom, or is that the bottom right there? Okay, thoughts on TTT? We're looking at TTT right now. Okay. 155. What is the actual bottom today? The actual bottom today was 154.65. What is target? Really? TGT is target. Okay, love. It very well could be. I don't know if it is the bottom. It could be. We'll find out tomorrow or the next day. How can I get the same screen on your TV? All right, Dawn. Block DAG is going to be amazing. I have no idea what that means. Really, seriously, I have no idea what that means. Okay, Dawn? All right, Dawn, if you come up here, top left corner of your screen, you're going to say dividends for cash flow, okay? That will bring you to the 10-minute trader. Here's that 10-minute trader right here. The10minutetrader.com, okay? The10minutetrader.com. You slide down a little bit, you see a video which basically me explaining what we're doing. Okay, here's our live trading for those of you who want to try trade live with me in the mornings. And then you get to my social media. Okay, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, LinkedIn, blah, 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 blah. Okay, right over here, YouTube channel. You click on the YouTube channel. Okay, once you click onto the YouTube channel, the 10-minute trader. Home, videos, shorts, live. You click on the live, and you will see this screen right here. Channel, you click on the YouTube channel. Okay, once you click onto the YouTube channel, okay, the 10-minute trader live on YouTube. What you see home, on this screen videos, shorts, live. You click on the live, and you will see this screen right here. Channel, you click on the YouTube channel. Okay, yeah, so these numbers here probably really difficult to see on your phone. So you got a choice. You can watch it on your big screen TV. We all get big screen TVs nowadays. Or you can bring it up on your computer. I like to watch on the big screen TV. Okay, Block DAG is going to be amazing. Okay, I have no idea what Block DAG is. And why would I be looking at it? W King over here on Instagram. How you doing? All right, so we've got some more questions. Thank you. Encourage more viewers to share. We're at 11 o'clock, we got another half hour to go. Isaac, morning. Look up Block DAG. I've never heard of Block DAG. You got to give me a tip or a symbol. Because I can tell you right now, it's most likely going to be a no. And I don't know what it is you think that by sharing this with me and everyone else, that they're going to say, oh, wait a minute, this is awesome. Probably going to be a no. Okay, I only do dividend stocks that have 20 years of increased dividends. And if BDAG has 20 years of increased dividends, I would have heard about it. BDAG. Okay. BDAG is not even popping up. What's your average earnings a day for your live trading? Ugh, I have no idea. First time trader. What's your best advice? My best advice is to chill, relax, come back, ask questions, and absorb as much as you can. When you're ready to trade live, join the live trading group. It's really not that difficult. I mean, the information here is free. It's safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. If 1% a week is appealing to you, okay, we're not looking to hit a home run.
We're not looking for
Capital appreciation. Okay, my target audience is retired people, people that don't want to take a risk, that want a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. The lot seasonality is what I said, no report plus no EX date.
all right, well, let's take a look at it again. EGT. All right, so basically,
Okay, TGT season as what I said was a no plus no EX dividend day.
all right, well, for the next couple of weeks, she's basically just going to go sideways. Okay, let me pull back a little bit, see what this thing looks like. Okay. Okay, here's target right here. The blue line represents this year. She goes slightly up, peaked in April, came down in May. Okay, I don't know if you're looking at this drop right here, the drop that happened a couple of weeks ago. Right? It already happened. But for the next couple of weeks, she's going to go sideways, and then she's going to slightly tilt up until September.
So I'm not quite sure you're reading the same thing that I'm reading, because I'm not seeing it as enough.
Now, when it is the EX date for target? DGT. Okay, not in April, not in March, May, April, May. Oh, okay, so target was last week. Okay, so we're on the 21st.
Target's EX date was last week, so we missed it. That downturn on seasonality is a bit past. Yes, it is. No EX date is also why it's enough.
Well, yeah, I suppose. You know, because we're not going to see EX date again
For another, what is it, 10 weeks, 12 weeks? Okay, we'll look at target again in another 12 weeks. But other than that, the numbers are okay.
They're still 2%. Okay,
But I do like where the chart is, though, come on.
take a look at it. Your 30-day high, 30 days ago, she dropped, retrace, drop, retrace, drop.
I would wait for the next retracement. Okay, there's going to be another bottom
Right here, see it? It's coming. There's no denying it. It's coming another because you're at a 30-day bottom today.
Today's a 30-day bottom. Tomorrow may be another 30-day bottom, or it might turn around and go back up. We cannot see the screen. Sangeeta Pardell. Is that right? Pardell? Sangeeta Pardell.
Right, the screen's right here.
This one is live on YouTube. This whole screen. So you can pull it up on your big screen TV, you can pull it up on your computer. And you won't have me. Just the screen alone is live on YouTube. So YouTube.10minuttrade.com, and that's where you find it.
Alrighty? Alright,
So it's 11:07. I'm going to wrap it up, hang out with the kids while they're still up. Alright, so you guys have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow. For some strange reason, the audience size is just getting smaller. But that's not quite right. Okay, so I'm going to work on something interesting tomorrow. Might help you guys out a little bit better. Reggie Bo Jackson, see you in the morning. Okay, for those who don't know, Reggie is part of the morning trading group, so I will see him in the morning. Thank night, Roger, no problem. Here we go, Jason. You just got here. We're just closing out. Facebook. I'll try to join for once. You should. It's a Wednesday. Not a whole heck of a lot happens on a Wednesday. Sorry, Jason. I come here every night. Every night. Wow, that phone gets hot. Does anybody know why a phone gets so damn hot? That's that one. All right, so who I need to sign up with for stars? Christopher Shergates. Always on work calls. Gallant, dude. One of these days you gotta come up with a number where it's time to retire. I say, you know what? I'm gonna kick back, relax, do a lot of fishing, and just collect premiums. What's wrong with that? I mean, life is short, right? So I'm gonna go hang out with the kids for a little bit.
You guys, I will check you again tomorrow night.